when he turned up at our place to go on Sharif's wife's husband's fishing trip. Sally came out with the seasickness pills. We all took them, except Shane. I'm a seaman. I'm in the Navy. I don't do pills.
Kept trying to get you down and saying you wouldn't have anything.
So we proceeded on our trip. We took passage aboard, which wasn't a good idea. And about 500 yards from the harbour wall, Shane fell ill. And he continued for the next 5 hours ground baiting the sea. So in the future, Shane, when we go fishing, take a pill. Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks very much for coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of you for coming and making our day very special. Obviously it wouldn't happen without you guys here, so thank you very much. On to individual thank yous. Obviously, starting with the bride's parents. Yeah, they just treated me as a son, you know, since day one. I look back at what I've got now, and none of it would be possible without them two in my life. So, Sid, Sally, thank you very much. Yes, nextly, on to my best man. I'm not a stereotypical person, but what can you say about a Scouser that buys and sells alloy wheels for him? But no, all joking aside, he wasn't my first choice best man, but my best mate Jeff for 18 years was. Due to unforeseen reasons he couldn't do it, so Mike, I couldn't think of anyone else better to do it. And he's, in the short time I've known him, I've always been able to rely on him, so Mike, thanks a lot, mate. Yeah, just to finish off, I'd like to thank Nikki, the wedding planner. She's done an absolutely amazing job here. I'm sorry, I'm going to make you cry now, but yeah, very well done from the bottom of my heart. It's amazing, thank you very much. And lastly, on to my beautiful wife, Freya. Yeah, today's made me very happy for the second time. Obviously, the first time giving my beautiful son Flip. Yeah, you know, again without Freya. I mean, for some of you that don't know, we had to have him through IVF, and I don't think there's a lot of people that would have went through what Freya went through to get him. So, thank you very much. Yeah, just thanks very much, and hope you all enjoy the rest of your night.
Ladies and gentlemen, pray silence for the best man.
Made the most of your speech. Now you're a married man, you realise that's the last time you're going to have 5 minutes to speak without being interrupted, mate. I've got to say, it's been a very emotional day for all of us here. Even the cake's in tears. I'll explain it later. I think an introduction's worthwhile, and for those of you here today who don't know me, my name's Mike, and I'm the best man. Sort of. I feel it's only fair that I should be honest with you and tell you that Shane has specifically asked me not to mention any of his past girlfriends in this speech. So, granted his wishes, I've had to cut my speech short by a whole 15 seconds, and he's the man of the day, I respect his wishes. I've asked around for a rough idea of how long the speech should take, and the general consensus is about as long as it takes for the groom to make love. So with that in mind, thank you very much. Firstly, I'd like to thank all the beautiful bridesmaids who turned up today. You did look very nice today, but unfortunately you were outshone by Freya and you looked absolutely beautiful. And Shane, you don't look too bad yourself, mate. Well, I'm a little disappointed you tried to copy my outfit. So, Shane and Freya, you finally got married. For better, for worse. Shane, you couldn't have done any better. Freya, well, you couldn't have done any worse. And it's great to see everyone here enjoying the wedding today. And the beautiful job that everyone's done involved in catering and setting the venue up. It looks absolutely fantastic. But being the best man, you get to see behind the scenes, and I've got to be honest with you guys, it's not been very pretty. Screams, hissy fits, lipstick thrown, mascara everywhere. But I'm glad to hear that Freya was better behaved than Shane. So. And looking around the room, I'm quite surprised how far some of you guys have actually come for a free lunch. And all I can say, it's a good job that Shane didn't choose the menu, because otherwise we'd all be sat here enjoying one of his favourites, a nice traditional Ginster's Corners pasty. I've been asked to thank you all for coming and the generous gifts that you've all given. Personally, I've struggled to try and find something that I really wanted to give Shane, something that he really needed, but I've really struggled trying to wrap a bath.
Don't worry, you showered today, Fred.
I've got to say that when Shane asked me to be his best man, I was very happy, shocked, but I also felt a little bit sorry for him, because I was the only person he could rely on to try and find, to say some nice words on him. But don't worry, the rest of the show there's plenty to say. No, sorry, I thought there was. Personally, I've known Shane for the last 4 or 5 years now, and we met through work, and since then we've been best friends ever since. Maybe it's because we're both ex-Navy, or as Shane would probably undoubtedly say, ex-naval aviators. A famous line from one of his favourite films called Top Gun. Now on your table, guys, you'll see there's an envelope there. If you'd all like to open it, and you'll see inside there's a little small envelope saying number 1 on it. So if you open it and have a little look at that, you maybe will see what I mean. Shane likes to think of himself as a bit of like a Top Gun, a little bit of a maverick. When this picture was taken, he claimed that he never knew it was being photographed. But, you will leave things on your Facebook, mate. Right, now, Shane. You're not best known for your strong stomach, are you, mate? There's the fishing trip that Sid touched on, which we don't need to go into any more detail about that. But then there's also the ability to hold his drink, which has always been under question in my opinion. Whether it's him deciding that the floor of a pub toilet was where he was going to fall asleep and I had to break him out of, or many years back when he decided him and a friend would go have a few drinks, walk home, see a charity shop, and see a load of bags of clothes outside the front of that charity shop and think, we'll try some of them on and pounce around with them and see how good they look. Unfortunately, Shane decided to laugh so hard that he got a little bit sick from it. So if you'd like to open envelope number 2, there's a photograph there depicting this. And there's a double side to this because...
Show your nanny.
When Shane's lovely new mother-in-law, Sally, asked her daughter what Shane looked like, this guy that she'd started speaking to and seeing, this was the first picture that she ever saw of Shane. What a beautiful moment. Now, dressing up, or dressing down in this case, is something that Shane has always been quite fond of. It came to my attention that as a youngster he was quite a WWF wrestling fan. And he loved nothing more than pretending to be his favourite wrestler while play fighting and dressed to look the part. Shane was quite fond of wearing tiny little whiteys, claiming in his own words that it felt more comfortable and kept everything in. So, here's a present from me to you, mate. Now moving on to the stag do. Shane has always fancied himself as a bit of a Michael Schumacher, king of speed. So it was only right that we all went go-karting. So we organised the Grand Prix. We had a good turnout of people who all came, so thanks to all the guys who made the effort to come there. Shane, however, after all the bragging of he's going to win by a country mile, decided not to go and win, but not through any fault of his own. His two brothers who were here today ended up finishing first and second, and Shane was third. So thank you guys for shutting them up for once. And anyway, if anyone's feeling a little bit tired later on, wants to have a little sleep or whatever, I'm sure if you speak to Shane, he'll gladly tell you the tale of how he was robbed on the first lap on the first corner. He crashed because of someone else, and otherwise he would have went on to win the race. As for the night out, it was a good laugh, and we'll leave it at that. But I'll have you all know that on this night out, me and Shane didn't decide this night to serve ourselves our own beverages from a pub. But that's a different story for a different time. If anyone's interested and you see me at the bar without a drink in my hand, buy me one, I'm sure my arm will be twisted to tell. If anyone would like to open the next envelope.
Nice bum, Billy. Nice bum.
Shane's always like dressing up a little bit. I remember that photo.
Do you remember that photo?
Better ask me. It's gay.
A guy who's quite confident in dressing up, not being shy, whether it's his own underwear or someone else's. He's also always played up to the fact that he quite fancies himself as a bit of a celebrity. So if you'd like to open the next photo.
Danny Dyer.
He compares himself to a bit of a Danny Dyer look.
Someone said it.
Even to the point, when we were on a night out, we had a few drinks, some girl came up to him and said that she'd like to have a photo taken with Danny Dyer, to which Shane quite gladly complied and used to his advantage. And to that end, I've done you a favour tonight, Mike. I feel it's only my duty as your best man that now you're married, you're with Freya, it's about time that we pushed all these other women to the side. So I've been having a collection over the last couple of months, and to be honest, mate, I've got almost all the keys to your front door from all the women that you've been giving. I think there's like one missing, so I'll just ask if there's any women here who may have that key, that do you bring it forward, please?
Kirsty and Nicholas.
They haven't waited for you later about that.
Can you hurry up?
We're nearly done. Sorry, mate, I got a text message in a minute. Sorry, just got it. I think it's for you, Shane. Thanks for a great night out last month in Plymouth. I enjoyed being with you near the pool. I heard you're getting married today. You could have said you were straight Tom Daly. Right, joking all aside, now on a serious note, I'm honoured that Shane's asked me to be part of his and Freya's big day today, and to see how much of a great father he is with Flynn. Flynn means the absolute world to him, and since he's come along, he's made this already an amazing couple into a beautiful little family. I've also got to thank you on a personal note, because if it wasn't for these two here, I wouldn't have met Kirsty, who is the love of my life, and I'm very thankful to you guys for introducing me to her. Right, you'll all be glad to know that I'm nearly done. It's time to get a drink, go to the toilet, wherever you want. So I'd like to wish Shane and Freya all the best that life has to offer them. And one thing that I think we should all bear in mind is marriage is not just about finding someone that you can live with, it's about finding a special someone you can't live without. So to that end, I'd like to raise a toast. So, ladies and gents, will you please be upstanding? I'd like to raise a toast then. To love, to laughter, to a happy ever after, to the new Mr. and Mrs. Sleeman.